Hello. I feel like playing Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest time. Specifically, Dragon Quest Monsters. The Dark Prince. Because currently, I am obsessed with the Like a Dragon games, and I was considering playing Dragon Quest 11, but there's like a lot of streaming rules for that game. Some of which I don't fully understand and was not willing to figure out. So instead I'm going to play this. You might be like, what does this have to do with the Like a Dragon games? Because the Like a Dragon games are directly inspired by Dragon Quest. That's what the entire first Like a Dragon game is about, is how inspired by Dragon Quest it is. That's not what it's all about, but that is a major theme. That's why the enemies change, that's why Ichiban's character class is hero, etc. Anyway, I'm gonna play Dragon Quest Monsters now. English. Confirm. Now, I'm going to show you all something very frustrating about the Dragon Quest games. As many of you know, my name is Bard. Now, you might be wondering, well, is that because it has like... Oh, wait. There we go. Is that because it has like Bard in it and they don't want alcohol references? First of all, this is Dragon Quest. They don't care. It's like, well, it is Ard something? No. No, it isn't. They have something specifically banning the name Bard. A video of me on my TikTok from 2 years ago is like the third thing on Google if you look up why you cannot be named Bard in Dragon Quest 11, because that's where I learned this fact. People are like, maybe it's a class. No, it fucking isn't. No, it fucking isn't. And you can name yourself the other classes. That's not the answer. Maybe it's too close to a character. No, it fucking isn't. There isn't a character named Bard in the game. And besides, you can name yourself after the party characters. You can literally name yourself Eric. So I have no idea why, other than maybe I found like an archaic use for the term Bard that hasn't been used for literal centuries, where it was like kind of insulting to be called a bard because it meant you were like a traveling like vagabond type. In other words, it was stupid. So instead, barbarian. Brightness is fine. All of these should be fine. And all of those should be fine. Cool. These are the settings that I've previously used. Music, SFX. Honestly, that's kind of loud in my ears as it is. I'm gonna knock it down a little.
Hey babe. Hey babe.
I don't...
Hey babe.
I'll leave it there. Whatever. And they're gonna speak in Japanese because I am indifferent about the English voice acting. Sometimes I really enjoy dubs. Other times I don't. and the Dragon Quest series is one of them because everyone has like a, an English accent, and I don't know why, or British accent, or some Isle of Britain. I do not know all of them at sound all of the time. Anyway, so what happened here is you are a child and you collapse, and you are rescued by two monsters. It turns out you're the son of the king of monsters, who's a real jerkface. And you leave after being saved by these two to go confront your dad. And he responds by cursing you to be unable to hurt those with monster blood. And many years later, you've been living in this town, uh, which these are not short people. These are, in fact, like in Tolkien D&D style, these are dwarves. These are fantasy dwarves, which I didn't know Dragon Quest like had what? I went silent there because I have like almost 90 hours in this game. I've started up the game like from scratch about 8 or 9 times because I tried to do some speedrun. I didn't know this was here. I don't think it's going to be that useful. But like huh. But yeah, Dragon Quest has dwarves and elves. I kind of knew about elves, but yeah. Um, right now I'm just kind of trying to remember if there's any stuff out here that I miss because of brief speedrunning brain of me just trying to do everything as fast as possible so I don't go and try and do things. Okay, that's fine. This is all fine. This is whatever. But yeah, all these guys are dwarves. Because humans, especially in this story, kinda suck. By kinda, I mean like humanity as a concept is like a secondary antagonist for the most part for most of this game. And there are reasons for that. But yeah. Yeah, you are in fact half human. The other half obviously being monster because, I mean, your dad's the king of monsters. And look, monsters, which we cannot fight. It is discussed that, like, something that our character, Zaro, uh, does help the village is created like wards, which I believe like would essentially keep out weaker monsters, but those guys were too strong, so they got through. And this guy, Monty, just drove off those 3 monsters by being a monster tamer. Alright. So, there are a few monsters that you can get from this. I'm going to answer truthfully. I like lovable monsters. I am kind of indifferent to compact, honestly. I like a little guy, but weird and wonderful. I sure do like weird and wonderful. And this is the same monster that I did on my first playthrough, the Mud Mannequin. And I'm gonna name you... I'm just gonna go with what I always go with for the first one, Todd. So yeah, Monty the Monster Tamer. Haha, it's a Dragon Quest game. Everyone's name is a pun. Has given us a monster to tame, which means we can now fight monsters by way of being a monster tamer. Nice little workaround for the curse that old daddykins put on us. Lights, camera. Nope, I didn't say anything. Action! Poor Monty. Hello. Hi, Fizzy. So during this bit, I thought Fizzy was gonna be like a pretty big part of the game. Turns out, she's here to do tutorial, and then eventually she becomes like the online peripheral. Something that I really like about the Monster Quest Dragon Quest Monsters games. Jesus Christ. Is I like how many monsters that you just don't see in the base games appear. Like this guy. I've never seen this guy in my life. Like, look at it. Look at this little freak. I've played the entirety of Dragon Quest 9 and Dragon Quest 11, as well as Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. And I don't think I've ever seen this little guy. They may have made it for this game. I don't know if I am being honest, I don't know. I haven't looked it up, and I don't plan to. Okay, smack the bun. And then scout the bun. 82%. 82%. If I failed that scouting chance, I would have been so sad. I didn't name the bunny. I'm gonna skip. You're just... This is tutorial stuff. I don't care. It's not even story. Oh look, more tutorial. The seasons change, but people don't... I'll be waiting in the Becca room. Now it's summer, and the monsters change. Let's get ourselves a slime. Because it's a good idea to have a slime. Well, I'm too strong to get a slime. That way. I'm too strong to get a slime that way. Also, where was the stump jump? Supposed to be a stump jump, right? I was too close to it when I fought the slime, and now it's gone forever. It's not gone forever, but it is gone. Oh well, let's get a vegan Dragor. Boop, boop. That is way less than I thought it would be. Join me? No. And it's Engi. Get bopped. Get popped. I think in the wild they have like 10 HP or something. No. What? What? Oh, I got it fully angered. Dang it. Well, frenzied state. That's something at least. I definitely want Intragor. I want the dragon. I would like a dragon, please. Do I have a stump jump down here? I do. Hey, you should join my party. Honestly, once I have 4, I'm probably just gonna zoom my way through the rest of the tutorial because, oh my god. The battle speed. The battle speed before finishing the tutorial. It's so bad. It's so slow. No dragon. No dragon up here. Did I go far enough away for the dragons to pop back up here? And only one way to find out. It did. You, fight me. Okay, now there's 3 of us. 2 of them are higher level. Is that enough? Nope. Okay, it's only irritated. Okay, Todd, you attack. Bunnicorn, you defend. Stump Chump, you attack. Because I'm pretty sure if both Bunnicorn and Todd attack, this thing's gonna die. And if all 3 attack, I know it's gonna die. Okay. There we go. That's better. Not a ton better, but it's better. It was almost 69, which would be nice. But yeah, I want to just zoom through the rest of this tutorial because it's not until the tutorial ends that I can change my battle speed, and oh my god, it's so slow. And now it's fall. Now I am half considering still grabbing a Draki because I know I want a Draki more than a Stump Jump. So I am gonna grab it because I want a Draki. Be my friend. Please. Please. Hooray. 72. That's pretty good. Hooray. Okay. Avoid the Drakkies. Avoid those. The Capacitium. Capacitium. Capsaicin chum. That's what those guys are. Which is interesting because they're bell peppers. Which I don't even have very little capsaicin. Whatever. Oh no, it's winter. It's winter time. Goodbye. Is that Sonic? Is that Sonic the Hedgehog? Is that... They're even doing spins. They're doing spin jumps. Is Sonic the Hedgehog? It's Sonic the Anteater. Now, something that I've just realized, because I know I don't care that much about it, but other people might. There we go. Because I will tell you, I will be constantly jumping while I move around. I can't not do it because my brain won't stop. Anyway, I'm gonna fight this Dracky because it's here. I can't even auto battle? Come on. Oh. Dracky that I have is actually a little bit big. That's nice. Oh, this Dracky is small. So something that I didn't do in my first playthrough, but I've learned is actually like a really good idea to do is so what am I doing? That. What was I saying? Something that I didn't do is I didn't use any large monsters because I was just kind of like, why would I want a monster that's large? That doesn't sound very good for me. Hello? That took a while to load. But there are definitely benefits to having large monsters. I didn't do it. I didn't do it, and I didn't pay attention enough to why they would be beneficial, and one of the big reasons is pretty much all large monsters get to attack twice. Just by default, they get to attack twice. Which, for me, it was like, yeah, I know their stats are, like, considerably better, but, like, I'm losing a turn. I'm not losing a turn. There we go. Now I have fast and auto battle. Monster Munchies. Okay, let's get a Fuzzball. Barrel Ball. not fuzzball. Take out these. Yeah, there are also things about Monster Fusion that I've learned primarily through trying to get into speedrunning this game that I fully just didn't know or understand. So the monsters I was using, despite having like being fairly high tier monsters, like my entire squad at the end of the game were A ranks. But they didn't have like beyond they didn't have anything beyond like pretty much natural abilities. They didn't have any of the ones where if you have two abilities of the same kind get to a certain amount of dedication with the talent points, they become a stronger version. Now, not all abilities do this, but some of them do, and I didn't know that. So I never ended up doing that kind of stuff. And in fact, I reached a point in the game where I fully stopped doing any adding points to things for the monsters that I was going to be using for fusion material, which was a bad idea. Turns out I should have been putting like at least like 50 in. No, I think it's actually maxing it out. I don't remember exactly. It wasn't clear. It's been a second. But like Zam Aficionado is a great example. If I max out Zam Aficionado and combine this Draki with another thing with maxed out Zam Aficionado, I get Zam Expert, I think it's called, which gets you the highest ranks of the Zam line, because this one only gets Zam and Zamel. Sizz Aficionado, any of the aficionados are the same way. You don't really have one for it, Stump Chump, so I'm just going to put it in Splish Ward. I don't think these have them either. I think it's just the aficionados, primarily. But speaking of that, I am going to grab a second Draki. Because I want a second Draki. Uh-oh. I'm on auto battle, and the Draki's dead. I want a second Draki. So I have another Zam Aficionado that I can, like, use to get the Zamel Expert, maybe? I don't remember. I don't remember what it's called. I looked at all of this stuff, like, months ago, and it all is just kind of a blur in my... And they're angered. Great. Dancer. Don't think Dancer has any either. Go. Let's Check out the Draki. Hope it works. It did. Nice. You also don't really have one. You, on the other hand, just put everything into Zam. That's going to be going for both of the Drakis. Oh, you. I wanted to see if you could maybe, like, force getting that guy, like, really, really early on for speedrun purposes. You can't. You fully cannot. He does not respect you. He will not even take monster munchies. Which is food that you can give to monsters to, like, convince them to join your team easier. But yeah, he was just fully not for it in any way, shape, or form. Was not interested in joining the party. Doing a little bit more fighting. Because we are fighting dreamers. Down to fighting dreamers. Also gonna put everything into Sizz for you. I'll just put it in Cragward. Yeah, I should probably also get another Vagana Dragon. And for this first area, bantamweights are some of the best things to fight against because they give the most experience. And I just got 2 in a single fight. Yeah, they give like 10 each, while that Feral Ball gave 3. And I'm like 90% sure that is exactly what happened. The Feral Balls give like nothing. Unicorns give a little bit more. Drakis don't give much. Slimes, I think, give 1 or 2. Yeah, here we can compare. 2 bantamweights and a Bunicorn. Maybe the Feral Ball gives more than the Bunicorn, but I don't think that's right. It couldn't even do damage to me. Oh no. Yeah, the Bunicorn gives 4. 4 instead of 3. But I do need to fight things right now. Else I'm going to get my butt handed to me at the Colosseum. Well, there goes the bantamweights, so I'm gonna fight this heel slime, or this wing slime? Wing slime. I didn't. I should get a wing slime and a normal slime, honestly. $77, that should be good. There we go. I have failed a 98%, which was devastating. Hey, the Gano Dragon. I kind of wish I would fight you all for the experience, but I want another one of you. So I can get Sizz Expert. Nope, not gonna. Not gonna complete the sentence that I almost said. Sentence? Word. Portmanteau? Word mixture? Whatever. It was Sizz an expert. I think you can guess what it was. Slime. Join me. 100%. And I didn't even need all three. All four. What? Hello. Yeah, I think wing slimes are my best choice at the moment. I haven't been paying attention to how much they give. Yeah, they seem like my best choice at the moment. But yeah, it can be a good idea to fuse up my guys that I'm trying to get Zam and Sizz Aficionado from anyway. Outside of when I will eventually combine them to get the expert versions. Because though you will lose some talent points, I think, you won't lose many. I just been asked to do something, so I'm gonna take a quick break. BRB. I am back. Sorry about that noise. The pop filter on my mic got kind of messed up. Don't even know how that happened. Need to get Mon Chat back open. Okay. Got that. Got this. Let's not play the game from freaking Streamlabs. That would not be a great idea. Okay. There we go. It's almost summer. Not fighting a feral ball. Not fighting something that's worth, like, no experience. Yeah, at least winged slimes are 6. They are worth double what a feral ball is. Come on, become summer already. Just want to go up there. I think there's only like one thing up there. It's like just a grab item. It's not even a chest. Up these. Oh, it is a chest. I am pleasantly surprised. Strong medicine. I'll take it. Alright. Don't know how much Stump Jump gives. But I know Wing Slun gives 6, so... Simple math. 3. Gives the same amount as a Pharaoh Ball. That is disappointing. Yeah, I have another vegan. Vegano dragon. Let's warp back. Because the last stretch back up here has nothing in it. Hooray! I sure am dead set on revenge. So now I'm going to go to a tournament of monster fighting. Now we head up here. Pretty Pebble. Nothing. Sure do wish I remembered which bots actually have things and which ones don't. Seed of Strength. So one slight problem that I have with this game is that I don't know what happens to seed stat boosts after fusion. And that's more of a me problem, because I could probably look that up. But I don't know. I just don't know. Boop. Top points. Oh, I need that much for Mercurial? No thanks. Attack Attacker is actually kind of nice, but I need defenses. Blusterer. Agility Booster. Blusterer is kind of nice. Entices. into Zam. Sure. Oh my god. Category G. Now, do I need to beat both G and E right now? Because I don't have a ton of confidence if I have to do both. I mean, I might be fine. So in a couple of the frames, or at some point during the time when you were in that darkness before the fight, you can activate auto battle. Because you probably want to auto battle for all of these. Because there's not much reason not to. Amazing! I kept mashing when I should have been holding. And that time I didn't do it. That's the end of of G, right? Yep. Wonderful. So, what happened is, you win, and then they're like, hey, on to, like, an auction thing. And the auction is for this woman. She is an elf. She does not have a name yet. And she is taken away. And, the slavers who have her try to beat her ruby tears out of her because elves cry ruby tears. So we show up and absolutely decimate them because we can't hurt monsters. We can fully hurt humans. And when she asks, did we do that? She's like, that's awful. Everyone's creatures of the goddess. How could you do that? What's your name? Elves don't have names. So he gives her the name Rose. And now she is Rose. Named after Rose Hill and her hair color. And then she shows up with her little imp friend and is like, hey, can we stay with you, please? You saved me. So we say yes. And thus a love story is born. I'm going to be honest, it feels more platonic than anything else. And I don't know why it's a love story. And now I can wear what I prefer to wear for the game, which is this, instead of the other clothing that I was wearing. Oh yeah, we also built this tower for her. By we, I mean the people of Rosehill. And now there's a bunch of chests at the bottom here, with a bunch of bumper bonus things and upsizing seeds and downsizing seeds and stuff like that. And I got poop. I got monster poop. Hooray! There's a shop and a bank down here. And now Fizzy is just an online peripheral, which I will never use because I don't want to. Anyway, back to Endor. Not to be confused with the moon and the place with the moons in Star Wars. Because in episode 6, it's the forest moon of Endor. And I assume if you have to distinguish it by saying the forest moon, there's more than one moon. Otherwise, it's just the moon of Endor. And if you call it the forest moon and it's the only one, that's just fucking weird. It's fucking weird and I don't know why you're doing it. Who are you trying to convince, me or yourself? Anyway. There we go. Got the auto battle. And I got my accuracy down. That's not great. But hey, I still zammed. Ah. Nice sizz. Nice zam. Okay, we've definitely got this first fight in the bag. No problem. No problem. No issue. It's really the third one that I'm worried about. The second one, I'm pretty sure, is also fine. Dang, didn't get it. There we go. There we go. Don't buff the walking corpse. That's rude. Don't zam my... Actually do zam my Draki. It has the best defenses for those. Feel free to zam my Draki. As long as you're not zamming anything else. Don't zam the corpse. Zam the archer, please. Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident about the third. Though nobody has any interest in attacking my mud mannequin, who has, like, the best defenses of anyone on my team at the moment. Oh look, a large monster. And I'm poisoned. And I'm fizzled. Except it missed. Solid. Solid. Good sizz. Good sizz. Nice on. Goodbye, Baggo laughs. Ow. Get stunned. Ow. That... Worrying. I just got attacked 3 times. The Flython's gone, we're good. We did it. Unbelievable. I won category F.
ちょ
Thank you for my category F prize.
あなたなら
Monster Munchies. And suddenly there's a cat. Meow doo doo doo.
警戒しちゃったかに。あちのにゃは
Yep. Hi,
そ
Virgil.
この穴だ。魔界の闘技場。ど
And there's the Mollyseum in Nadiria. He gives us Travelite to get to the Mollyseum in Nadiria.
うちトラベライトの使い。
And he tells us that Rose can use the Travelite to get us to Nadiria because she is an elf. And the elves have some kind of connection to Travelite. I wonder what that could be. That's gonna be part of the game later. It's a story beat. But yeah, I think, and this isn't like a spoiler, this is literally the game. One thing that I think is really interesting about this game and like its story and everything is that you, this guy, Tsaro, is the villain of Dragon Quest IV. That is who you are playing as. You are playing as the main antagonist of Dragon Quest IV. This is a very different look at the character. Because in 4, he's awful. But it explains those things in ways for reasons.
これよりエルフに代々伝わる久しぶりだからうまく
Now she's gonna do the Travelite dance. Yeah, Zaro, Rose, both characters in 4. Yeah. Also, it's interesting that, like, so Zaro is half human, half monster. And the thing, really, the only things that kind of distinguish him from being, like, normal human are pointed ears and red eyes. I'm just based on how this game is with a lot of stuff. I am shocked that he's not, like, confused for an elf.
外を見てください
Though that would cause a lot more complications for him. This man goes through so much already.
これが魔界への扉を開くトラ
And now we're in Nadiria, which is the land of monsters. Yes, you did help. Thank you, Rose.
トラ私でもま
And now we're in Nadiria, and because there aren't humans to worry about, Rose can travel with us. Isn't that nice? And now we're going to be here in the lower circle of conquest. Lower echelon. Circle of conquest, lower echelon, that's what it is.
ここが魔界
Because, I mean, these definitely feel semi-inspired by the Circles of Hell, which isn't surprising. Nah. I was considering trying to nab one of these, but I know for a fact that they're harder to grab right now because of how the game works. Essentially, each time you reach one of these echelons, the creatures in the area are harder to recruit until a certain point. Typically beating the boss of the area. So all of these guys are going to, like, not respond nearly as well to me trying to scout them until I beat the quote-unquote boss for this area. So, I'm just gonna fight them to get my guys here to be stronger. Look at that 50 XP, that's so nice. Well, that didn't go well. I tried to hop over that rock and it did not work. It's early spring, which is very intentional for this place, because spring is the most boring one for this location. Can't do much. There are a couple things that you can do, and I plan to go and try and do them now. Hello, Lips. 200 gold, that's something, I guess. Something that I have found with this game is that money is kinda hard to come by. At least, like, a lot of money. Attacking, sizzing. That's the wrong button. Okay. Hey, you four. Fight me. Do I get all four? No, I only get 3. That's normal. Pretty sure you only ever get 3 from these. Maybe you can get 4. I don't know. I genuinely don't. There we go. Hooray! Get a single file. Because, yeah. A lot of the areas just like... I think partially because in these types of games, just JRPGs in general, I tend to find something that I can sell like a lot of to get like good money. This game doesn't quite have that. It has some things, but they're more later, I believe. But a lot of things, they're not worth much. And it feels very intentional. It's hard to get items in this game. It very much feels like it wants you to grind. Grind for money, grind for levels, grind for items. Which I'm not against, but I wish there were some faster ways to do some stuff. And there are definitely items that I wish were more available than they are. But I also understand why they aren't. There is a type of item that heals all of your party for a little bit. And then a bit more. And then a good chunk. Because there's 3 tiers of the item. And you can get 2 of them with buying them. But one of them, I'm pretty sure you can only get from chests and specific enemy drops. At least from my recollection. Well, I know for a fact that you cannot buy them at any point during the game. I know because I tried. Yes, I did have trouble making friends. Goodbye, Virgil. He explains the thing that I mentioned earlier. About it being harder until you beat the boss. Oomph powder. Because, yeah. To kind of keep talking about items a little bit. Items are fairly powerful in this game in that your guys, your little buddies, your monsters, they can use their abilities as their turns. But Sorrow can also use an item essentially at the start of each round. So if you have like a good amount of items and you use your items, you can essentially get buffs or healing out for your party, and they can focus more on damage. You can also deal damage with a few items yourself. We have our first mini medal. Wonderful. Yeah, you can deal some damage with some items yourself. None of them are that good, but they exist. They are, in fact, there. Magic water. Which is MP restoration. So yeah, in a lot of creature collector games, the tamer, trainer, whatever term they use for the game, typically using an item is like using an entire round. Not in this game. Which is probably why items are harder to get. The Amor Seco. That is the item type that gets to heal your entire party. Again, it doesn't heal for much, but it's still really, really useful. There are boss fights where I essentially heal my party every single turn to just get through it all. There we go, got the auto battle. Powie Yowie. Dead Resident, Snail Slime, and Snow Mangler. I don't know why I read them like that instead of just left to right, but I sure did. Probably because I read Powie Yowie and I felt like I should read the others. Anyway. Well, Draki went down, which is a bad sign. Because this is the first fight. Okay, that stun probably saved it. Well, they only have one and it's a snail slime. I don't have to worry. I'm going to win eventually. The snail slime is not going to beat me. There we go. But yeah, that was probably the worst I've had that particular fight. I probably need to do more leveling before I do the category F. Because I'm already struggling with G. Stop hitting Draki. That is my single target. That's my single target DPS. Thank you. Go. Again, zamming Draki is fine. Stop hitting Draki physically. You absolute butts. Goodbye, Stark Raven. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go. But yeah, I think I should go out and get at least a level. Dang. Ow. Oh, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Don't. Oh, I might lose. I genuinely might lose. Oh my god. They're spreading out their attacks way too much. And I don't have my scissor to round things up. Stop that. Stop it. Oh my god, that didn't take out the lamp thing. Oh, I lose. I fully have lost. Okay. Wow, I was under-leveled for this. Jesus. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I typically fight more stuff before coming here. Okay. Looks like I'll probably be aiming for level 10. Which I suppose makes sense. That is the fusion level. I also haven't... Two of my 4 I don't think have any stuff in their defensive abilities. So that makes some sense. That they're not gonna be great. Defensively. I'm not gonna learn my lesson though. By not learn my lesson, I mean I'm not doing that. I need Sizz and Zam to be higher. That is the goal. That is the goal for those. I'm not putting stuff into fine defensive stuff when I need Sizz and Zam to be higher. Undead Undoer is pretty nice. Doing a training sequence and 2 of my party are asleep. Wonderful. Hey. Hey, you. Fight me. Grab the herb. So why not? Undead Undoer. Oh, one more level before those ones get up there. Fight me. Boom. Dead Undoer. Take out the mollusks. Get zammed. Get attackered. Get seals. Down. Getting closer to our next level. Gotta get them all to 10. And that's fine. Oh, they are level 10. I'll fight these guys because I feel like it. Well, alright. Time to fight G. At this point, I should be able to take on both G and F. Did not get the auto battle. Damn. Don't buff yourself. Please zam this thing so we can move on. Okay. One down. I did lose someone during it, but that's because they were the main one attacked. Did not get the auto battle because I did not even try. Oh, hi there. Oprid chili. OP red chili. There we go. Not oprid. That makes less sense. But yeah, I like the Dragon Quest Monsters games. This is, I think, technically the second one that I've played, but I played the absolute hell out of Joker when I was a kid, and I've played through this game twice, and then I tried to speedrun it for a little bit, but didn't quite get into that end, so I'm just playing through it again. I mean, aren't all of our names made on some kind of a whim? Okay, no fuddle. This is these two down. Is it over? No. There it is. Hocus Poppet. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I played my first full run entirely off stream. In fact, my first two full runs. And then I tried to do the speed running on stream, but again, it's not that I didn't enjoy it, it's that I enjoyed it less than the casual experience, which when that happens for me with speedrunning, I don't keep speedrunning the thing. Like, if they are a comparable amount of enjoyment, I typically... it's a coin flip on which one I end up sticking with more. But if I really enjoy the speedrun, then I keep speedrun. I might not be able to beat these guys. Do I need to be even higher level? Didn't in my previous playthroughs, but I don't know. Granted, I think on my first playthrough I was like level 14 when I was here because of how much just side grinding I did. Well, maybe not quite 14. 13 maybe? Really stinks that my Draki was silenced for that, because there goes Zam. Okay, battle 2. And I got the auto battle, nice. Oh, I hope they don't keep going after Draki. Gah. I'm probably gonna lose to these guys. There goes a bunch of my damage. Yeah, I'm gonna lose here. Hmm. Yeah, I have yet to play of the Shin Megami Tensei games. Wow, that did not go well. But it's definitely on, like, the list of games that I will eventually play. Just haven't yet. I hit the wrong button there. By the wrong button, I mean any button at all. Now I'm kind of zoning out because I'm just grinding. Alright. Take out the fungal. I do think I have realized what the difference between this and my other times coming to the Coliseum have been. Typically, get at least one F rank monster on my team, so I'm not just going in with G ranks, but eh. Acid Rain. Bubble Slime. Take on the Bubble Slimes. Poisoned. Wing Slime, fight me. Get zammed. Get sizzed. Let's see. Played Shin Megami Tensei 4. Had fun. That's good. Bit hard leveling wise. Yeah, I can understand that. Can't defeat the general in the diabolic chamber. Yeah, that's a kind of a choke point of the game. A pretty difficult wall to overcome. The best suggestion that I can give is fusing. Try mixing and matching some fusion stuff to see if you can get slightly better monsters on your team, and then train them up to a reasonable level. Because yeah, if you go into the fight against General Chain like unprepared for him, he will just destroy you. He attacks multiple times and hits everything. Let's see, had Cauldron, Physical Attacker, Black King Slime, Debugger, Caster, Dropper, and Healer Cure Slime. Yeah, that's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Though I had some fairly strange parties for my first couple times through, if I'm being honest. I had almost entirely physical attackers. And there are definitely some things that you lose on and have to try harder if you go pure physical in this game. But there are also benefits such as you never have to worry about bounce. You never have to worry a single time about your magic being reflected back at you by a bounce spell. Though you do still kind of have to worry about breath stuff. But yeah, it might not be even necessarily that your party isn't like high enough like rank, as in like the letter grade. It might be that they might need a refresh with a fusion to just better or further distribute talent points. Because that can be like a major factor in the amount of damage you can deal out or take, depending on what your talents are. I can't quite recall what level I was, though. I don't know how 25 measures up to him. Interestingly, I don't think I actually had a healer on my team until after that fight, like a dedicated healer. I was able to get a Shogun. Monster food. No, I wanted to pick that up. But yeah, overall, General Chain is genuinely, like, one of the harder fights, just based on when you are in the game. Alright, almost level 12 with everyone. Then this time I should probably put stuff in defensive stats. Yeah, not to worry about MP as well. My caster. Oh yeah, running out of MP after just like a few spells can be really rough. Yeah, sadly this game really lends itself to this game really lends itself to grinding, is what my brain was trying to say and just could not get the words out. Yeah, Killer Machine, that line of monsters carried me through a lot of the game. Because they are just real freaking good. Everyone 12, everyone 12. Yeah, you will have to re-level them if you fuse them. They do go back to level 1. It's easier to get to higher levels the further in the game that you are because you just have access to stronger monsters. So you can just if you can get through the fight, you can get the experience for your team. But you also have to know what you can beat with a group of either entirely or mostly level 1 monsters. So it's good to have something like in reserve or on the team that doesn't get fused back to level 1.
出場するか。
So it can kind of carry you through the training process.
それでは第一。
But yeah, it without grinding, this game is really rough. So, though I really do enjoy it, if you're looking for purely trying to like get through story, get through bosses, that kind of stuff, it's going to be a little rough. Okay. That sucked. But at least they're also down 1. No spells from you two. Frenzied state is always good to see. Yeah, playing while talking has a tendency to mix the words around. Alright, can I get past this level? Oh, my favorite line. I know some of my favorites are the killing machine line because though you get those like you can get that kind of late early game into early mid game is about when you can get those. I like the Sabercat line, going from Great Sabercat Cub to Great Sabercat to Dark Great Sabercat Cub, and then the Dark Great Sabercat, which is kind of a pain to get, but you can get it. Well, I've lost again. This is bad. Because I lost to the same group. I might need to go and recruit something. I'd say those two are probably some of my favorites. And then I really like the, for later mid-game and then late game, I really like the Shogun, which is like a high-tier slime. And then beyond that, beyond those three, I feel like I'm just forgetting. I know I am forgetting one, but my brain is absolutely blank at the moment, and I don't know which it is. Yeah, it's not coming to mind. I don't know what it is. Shogun, Killing Machine, and Dark Saber. It will not come to mind for me. I don't know why. I used like the same team at the end there for like a long time, so dragons, undead, demons. Yeah, it definitely makes sense to go for things that match aesthetics and like genre types that you like. I'm definitely reaching the limits of what I can really get from training in this area. God, I do not want to get in a fight with you. Oh yeah, uh, I know what you mean. I don't have any subscribers. I do have a good chunk of followers. My sister and I have worked to cultivate a nice little group. Oh, YouTube. Oh, how to do video games. That makes more sense. Yeah, I have a good amount on there. It is completely different from this, in that it's just pure gameplay, and I don't speak. But yeah, I've been working on that channel for... What year is it? 2025? Like 8 years? I think is when I started it, 8 years-ish ago. Though granted, I got most of my subscribers in the past 2 years. 2.5. Well, it sounds like dedication when I say I've been doing it for 8 years. And there is some dedication to it because I have been working very diligently on it for about 3 years at this point. But for the first like 5 years, I was just kind of doing it occasionally to just have something to do. But in the past couple of years, I dedicated more time and effort to it, got more consistent with it, and that's why my numbers have been rising the most in the past 2 years. Like, by a lot, they've been rising more. Well, that's not what I wanted to do, but it worked out. Oh, never mind then. I was planning to scout on this fight, but nope. If your guys are asleep, they don't count for this. They don't count for the scouting, which it sucks. Okay. Items. What are some munchies? Oh dang. That's that's pretty impressive. I don't even know if you're gonna be that helpful, Mr. Skellington. I'll put you over the mole. Yeah. I used to play chess a fair bit when I was younger. But I fell off at some point and I'm still okay, like I still know how everything works and everything, but I'm not great at it anymore. Granted, I don't think I was ever that great at it. Though I might have been better than I thought because I primarily played people who were far better at the game than me. Primarily my grandfather. Hmm.
出場する
Yeah, team stuff can be rough like that sometimes. Oh, my grandpa beating me didn't really do much to my ego. He was teaching me the game because I was a child. I knew he would win. Ow. Yeah, if I can't get past the second fight here this time, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So I'm pretty sure I'm like at the level that I was when I beat it the first time. I'm still losing. Don't. Oh, fizzle. Can this guy go down, please? I know I can't. Thank you. I knew I couldn't do any spells there, but jeez.
第一試合の勝者はそれでは第二試
Got a birthday, and he knew how to play, so we had a match and kept playing online to get better, get back to him. Went on board after here. Well, good job. Yeah, I was never able to get better than my grandpa, but he continually played for the entirety of his life, so I didn't have much of a chance of getting better than him without, like, some very intense dedication and probably a little bit of luck. Okay, looks like I'm probably gonna get past this one. Which, if I remember, this is the harder fight. This is a harder fight than the last one. Oh my god, stop missing. Gah. Okay. Yeah.
さす奴のや
Alright. Final round. Ow. Don't multi-slash me. Good job getting the attack down on the hunter mech. Ooh, 2 attack downs. Very nice. Oh no. I might have just lost because of that crit. That's Hatchet Man for you. Come on, then go down, Razor. Thank you. This is... okay. Okay, we're down to just the hunter mech. I might have this. Come on. Okay.
Magic. ギガント級
Alright. we go.
また挑戦し
So we're back to the tower.
新たな魔界にまずは
Now we need to go back to Rose Hill. So we can open the next level of Naderia. Yeah, I understand that instinct. But I tend to just kind of let people go when they're playing games anyway.
では
Now I can synthesize. Hooray! My stump jump still isn't high enough level. That's less than ideal. Let's go for research. What can I get a hold of? Robber Rabbit or Boppin' Badger? I mean, I'm definitely getting a Saber Cub. That's... Yeah, I picked the right ones. Fusion! Now I have my Saber Cub. Boppin' Badger is you, but I don't want to do that. I don't really want any of these either.
また
At least not especially. Alright. Been having a good time, but I do have some stuff that's going to be coming up pretty soon. So I'm going to need to sign off. Thanks for hanging out, Red Chili. Nice talking to you. Hope you can stop by again when playing this or something else. Oh, God, it's 2 a.m. Go to bed. Goodbye.